Abusia Chief Justice Torkornoo ne ho wo ensem papa. Na abusia Alaska the Don. Na one chese Ivanchi twetwem komobi na enkomotwetwe mu na se sisi ano yasan so a file 28 new petition against Chief Justice Torkornoo. Na chese Chief Justice Torkornoo no maame no she ni ho a ebeka John Dramani Mahama anase prima facie case na ya establish no bibia nche se obetumi atwitwa no ho ewo ho na even 3 petitions ye file against okura no otumi ye 2 pe ano na sisi ade 28 NHS asan so a file against ono a abusua sisi ano ANAS AREMEYAW nidin allegedly no nidin aye ewom abusia yensem mmramom yenko na yenkonko tie ensema ekos na ansa na yebekọ no owo ensem kan bi afahye ye comment section like na share ma afoforo so ensa into me enka bi aha POG Media so medamase
Abrante be fa na ANAS akwaye investigation na judges je mponche na we omone maida justice.
That's right.
And Ochro petition, or an investigation in he supported with a petition calling for the removal of these people. So Ochro petition removing justice of the High Court. I go to the Chief Justice, but right. The final when it come to the president. The whole thing was done. The president was briefed after the premier facie has been established, just like what has happened today. You know, you said America say the entire petition not leak it to the public. Looking at the gravity of the allegation, there is no way she will survive.
That's right.
So who's a Ghana Makato say issue ban the NDC MPP and then we lose the value.
Very well.
So near Sanema Air Kosi is just political jandama among 4 years just to sway the issue because over the years issue ban the NDC MPP.
But
exactly, that is why we are doing it here. Alaska. So that is why they are doing all these things. And the question is me Nora Yapam Yavanzai. Tamale Teaching Hospital CEO.
That's right.
Several other individuals have been sacked. So why is MPP any interest in talking for these people? But the Chief Justice, Mame already know a man for to read no sono mame.
Osono day.
Osono mame na man for the Minyamena make a man for now to read no sono mame. And the Diamu ye this aggressive fashion as a form. Exactly. Because some of these things normally a civil society organization and who's
they are not smart.
What is any credible civil society organization beside the way?
Any the word is credible.
Credible. What would be? None. So actually say in some na air cost no any political motivation be Ghana for want their judiciary to be sanitized. And this attitude, that kind of way now, a compromising the integrity of the judiciary. No? And among force when some can, who's a Namaya, the transgressions of the Chief Justice.
That's right.
You first why you to date this.
But I some na
yes, you to date this. So Alaska, for this Council of State members to say there is a value in this petition, let us set up a committee. Then at that point, John Mahama too has a discretion to exercise. I can't just say that decision to suspend or not to suspend and by force.
That's right.
Discretionary powers. But the president saw the need to say, some are not suspended. No, I mean I support it, and I think that the woman herself will be happy. Alaska, do you know why? You are not responding to a single petition. No. Apart from that petition, to come, I think still a month for cry.
28 plus.
Alaska. Petition na abano. A 3 solid petition. You need time to respond.
That's right.
Court. And Alaska, me do back panel na omwati nipa 5 no. Nipa 6 or 5.
I have 5.
I
have 5.
Alaska. Papa na oti animu unim no. Say your friend say justice Panama ni bi.
That's the Panama.
Yes. Alaska.
That one rough.
Yes, papa we ya fam e o ma me we nsa no e wo court ho no. Ya se ubia du bone a e bi ka wa.
That's right.
The papa we ya fam e o ma me we. But you see the funny aspect of it is Alaska and ma me na ye ni superior. And what ya me fan say bibia si. We ye host.
That's right.
Now you say that the Bosco and your friend say manager. Wakwaye eniamo ho and omati committee in Alaska. Now what was na se no.
So she amina.
When are we chairman of the committee in the to Bosco no.
I can make dream rough.
So what anyway be our come up. Now you can imagine the ordeal na animguasesema befam.
That's right.
And Alaska sanka ponamai no kwampo anka nyantokwa otu wani a yawdomlivo na te hoyi. Yawdomlivo yi. Eh asemba ba o.
Already kura wa kan say kwaya wo fa asokura na omnu kura wa nkokot mo bi na asem kwaya okofie wi asa na obo aye kura no. And so ho asem. This
is domlivo. Your friends are all ye na dwuma. President Apam no order court to say no civil society organization called the court say no unni ho kwan ma menantena asem no so twen ya ma ya odomlivo equal retirement and sana obedi asem no yes that is what they say so among for catch us we your sunu ma me na it's not as if said the chief justice is compromised in terms of empaneling swiftly afanya marking through in the case even less than 24 hours you can empanel
even Friday's Supreme Court in you.
So you see that part but all these things feed into the perception right. Alaska the MPP is a sinking entity.
We are sinking.
Oh yes. Now look at coming out of elections one lose badly. They don't even know what to do, how to organize that. So we accuse you we accuse you. This is a political party that is sinking. They have no integrity. So and semunu bi e koso bia no they maximize it.
Party need direction.
Now Alaska. Now no meti say almost my boycott TV3.
That's right.
Omo we meeting na TV3 camera omo we no pia to action. Alaska at this point MPP ni TV3 when he obi. Yeah. Meti wa video so na make I can tell you say one of the biggest media house of this country and media general.
Exactly.
You don't boycott their destiny because you need them to amplify your message. There is no platform I'm from because I don't have your friends enemy platform.
No. That's right.
Because wherever I go, my purpose is to deliver my message.
It is just like let's use that NDC cash on my boycott to Kukuruku. But sir, other platforms there's like media.
Yes, and even with that one, I disagree. Because you must always be a friend of the media if you understand politics.
That's right.
Communication is the biggest aspect of politics. So the biggest and the fledgling media house in the country knows what boycott. Now it doesn't make sense. So for me, this is a party that is clutching at straws. They need to go back and say. And again, Alaska. Now last one.
Now wrap up.
MPP a press conference catch Ghana for say and then we are the doyens of democracy.
That's right.
John Mahama din sem hu no pese odi democracy ni to danger na MPP na ebe bo Ghana democracy ho ban. Na my question is in the last 8 years Nebuchadnezzar tia konbia no so ansem hunu na odi no where were their sense of patriotism? In the last 8 years, and near my phone, Akuffo Akroma has including the Eddie Pana Manfo from Akroma. That time, no more sense of yes, I patriotic nation, good man, and so for me, no normal person, and I ever give attention to what is happening. For demonstration, I am telling the IGP say he should not do anything to stop them.
He should allow them.
Yes, because the power to demonstrate, and you can't take it from anybody. They should allow them to demonstrate. Either galamsey or whatever. Give them the free room because Ghana is a democratic state. For that one there, I'll go for it. But you see, those things will not amount to anything. And the President Mahama should remain resolute, firm, and committed to the promise to the people of this country to reset this institution. Because after 4 years, people will not care about the power you wielded.
Right.
All that will matter in this country is your name.
And
how are you going to leave that name behind? Alaska president, people have come and they've gone, but to remain immortal forever, will have to be your name. Kwame Nkrumah, his name, is printed in gold all over in the heart of everybody because of the legacy. We are president. You need to take a cue from this. Stay focused, stay resolute, fair-minded, and as long as what you're doing is right and absolute, you need to stand on your ground and then execute it. Alaska, my main pay tribute to Pope. So
that's right.
You're Roman into winning.
Yeah,
I think that the life back will live here very inspiring. He lived for humanity.
Now all crowd now count now $100.
Yes, because I don't know. He lived by that standard. Or America, I said the home of SUV, not the Fiat ticket to Abim. You see, that is the life he lived. From Argentina, poverty background, he lived his life from what matter and your money.
Nakamuya musuo na nanado na Pope.
Alaska. the Catholic Church is the richest religious institution in on the planet.
Pope.
Alaska.
But
the man lives a moderate life. Baby. Obey a Pope. The first trip I embark here to Lampedusa. Lampedusa. Lampa. That's right. That's right. You know. Baby, migrants. No. That is the first place. Very symbolic and very significant. He went there to inspire them from time to time, war-torn areas. Your friend is saying, Syria, man, for a video call. So that is the life. Are we a leader? I expect people to live because I don't know the people will not care about how many cars you bought, how many houses, but the legacy and the impact you made.
May I say over clashes with health minister.
Alaska, I think it's very important. But before I make that issue, there is a video I make you rounds. Madam Hanabisi.
Okay.
Ne sector now.
That's right.
Walk on. Now no interview with Alaska. I'll make sure that I make it time. So those of you, because of time in TNT, more share more multi, access to social media. Be an oko YouTube. I just go and find my YouTube channel. Subscribe. My video no at all. You can just go and watch. And you hear now social media or call social YouTube. I just look for Ivan Che Innocent 1 on YouTube and then subscribe and then you get the video. Alaska, the TN say, sir, your friend is saying entity no, Madam Hanabisi Addo no. MPP pencil. Omoko high corridor baby kitwabi and office. Okay. Office no. I belong to President Akuffo no office here. Yes, I found Akuffo, Kwame Akuffo. Alaska 92.3. Sikana or charge this entity for a month, no. Just what's your besu?
Corridor hono.
Corridor hono. Anna or one lease to Sankro Fukuwe for 12 good years.
12 years.
Anna Quabrania 12 years in University Diamano. Alaska. You tia 4 years in Nisika in Diamano.
Baby, I want a minerals development fund. Minerals development fund.
Yes, minerals development fund. 12 years no more Lisi Dino. And I'm 12 years in Diamano. I'm at 12 years. Yes, I buy no carbon. 92.3. And I'm a man of buy no be who ye. Or see out in office and I brand you Akuffo for seeing a banner because it was who say red flag woman.
That's right.
Oh, banner. Another $10,000 envelope. Another Brahana BCO. Say, then. Or say, a year debit commission. No, be a high what done. Now you see a cut 12 years. Oh, Baba Chiamea. Envelope at $10,000 women and then.
Or my commission.
Or my commission. So on him Krama, Akoso, within waiting. And think of a bribe.
Oh, Auntie Hannah, $10,000.
Mamma is very smart enough, say, or J.
Okay.
Anna, or record it, and now other man for say a month as evidence.
Okay.
Because so it's a criminal way you can induce, you know. Because why wouldn't you say a dino some man $10,000 and so a new because I cubicle be oh Mr. Bonia Akuffo Addo the MPP for the Ghana. And you want
at all costs or through my maintenance.
Now let's go hand down 12 years. Sanka Yentriana sa but what you know boom there.
Now dying 12 years.
Dollars. Amount to no call over there. Your friend said $1 million.
Hey!
To Kufuor Fasia.
Akuffo FM 92.3.
Hey, I'm for young Kwasia Jumo.
So they will continue to be rich. No one catch a young master or me or Kwasiam.
So just imagine say what bra now every medicine 1 year Ghana Hana or Russia. Bra Kwako bre. No about by say we a medical doctor. Near post to do Kwako to a classy baby brow bre monthly salary. What year 12,000 and they will just 12,000 now by then.
So what tower num utifie what tower num na some of we are catch a quiet demonstration.
Alaska. And on the oil no abusian for na edidi o.
That's right. I cycle
92.3.
Enti who say you move them to Radio City TV so na ya kasa Alaska obi amoye pa o.
Oh that be.
Ya dwen na ya ka. Memeti hai obi a wakasa me sha ase ko TV and radio wa mama oil politician so wa mama 1 city 2 city me famfa even car kora no. That the person come out and
oh that be anukura don't even go. That be ya maw na yankura de ya maw.
Ya nkasa na yetwie mo jade se obi oye nibio up and down nyina ya na yekoba But this is the truth.
Now information you talk ready you show
Alaska, this is the truth. Edaho. And you see the gravity of crime and Akuffo we are perpetrating. That is why I disagree with Attorney General. The pace are very slow. What is the Abrantian I say our NIB no?
I know when you the audacity.
I see the Attorney General because Alaska, you did a press conference and tell the whole world say evidence here ready. Yeah, you didn't come court to see 3 weeks with if
One of them say Ivan, I'm not holding brief for the Attorney General, but I think last Wednesday on the show, Nana Kwajo Yeboah and others were criticized as you rightly said, and there was a message from the AG's office.
Okay.
To you say there be Attorney General document docket bibia aye ready. And the way I say you no and yes sir, and we are the acting Chief Justice or the communique biaba.
Yeah,
cases be I the baba ever in the office no chire panel ebeko because omo hu niama ewo the judiciary honum nankasa. So you have to be careful. Enti ankoye Professor Mills time when you de koye na nkrofo na egu ho. So the research and your research we are
Alaska under my politics na
That's right.
So managing the legal side of it, you manage the political aspect of it.
Exactly.
Confidence is key. And you need to sustain it. People want to see those things.
And maybe
you matter. Yeah, na so.
That's right.
Because you see, we cannot break in the middle.
Oh, yeah, researching
the energy and everything need to. Your friends say flow. Sabe ya Ghana and who say things are in line. Alaska Tamale. Your friend is saying Minister of Health.
That's right.
Okohu niema ba kwa na bi no bi na ni anye ho. Ya say abrantie bi de ne ba ho because of niema eni ho nti wawu.
That's right.
I'm a whole Alaska's a life ulusu you can never get it back. Enti sa niema we ye SC a obi akọ hospital. The essay because oyare no also free ni fear the hospital no share trust and confidence what the institutions they provide.
That's right.
Na onya kokoduru na hospital ka say you need oxygen. You need wo ya indirectly no a death sentence and our pass your money pano. This act of negligence akoso and they be and the kwada di our Tamale teaching hospital. Abrante ya we ho hwe nye and according to them and nema na omu hia say and again the funny aspect of it mete ye say yes abrante no kwa no hospital ho no na enye ho no yare ye o eye referral na ye de na ba and yes ICU no nema na obehia no any hospital or the question is say before you refer anybody to any further hospital no there is a communication that is ensured.
Exactly.
You call, you tell the person you are modern neighbor now what prepare in advance. Anti-communication calls from referral hospital to telemedicine teaching hospital. No, what was the communication?
Exactly.
Did they tell them say they will need these services, and did they assure them say they are available? Because anywhere you refer them to other facility, more hospital. That is what we did. Sometimes for refer we are confirmed. We to to ambulance if I not confirmed. No, you need to call.
To find out first Niama Obehia.
And now sometimes they need to set it up. And now depending on the case, sometimes you need to call, make available way, Nipana care na urban way, a emergency, you need to prepare in advance. So in this case, if the gentleman was transferred to Tamale Teaching Hospital, the thing is what communication there calls and sana omode neba. I said, why will you allow them to bring him, not Kumasi or any other place? These are legitimate questions. And this act of negligence, now no mete Sunyai Regional Hospital. Omote say account of what your friend is saying. Tamale now we no. There, lights ya boho mu tutu omo. Say we know that we can do the right thing. They are doing everything new. Oh, Sunyai Regional Hospital. Inpatient transfer mo ba de da ho asabe bu ya transfer chese gidi
shale muye na mun kwampa na sha yefi munye wa jumla yo mumra
Alaska. You see, in as much as I sympathize with healthcare as a professional because I am one.
That's right.
And the way, but sometimes we need to be very efficient because working now you are dealing with human life. Uluswa, you will never get it back. The aspect minister has to do with cameras in the chino.
That's right.
You don't do that. because you are dealing with professionals, doctors, and as for conversation. I cost no now man for a film that kind of way. No, I say some public stands be now. Oh yeah, you don't do that, especially when we are dealing with professionals of high caliber and as for no. You can go and equally take permission and video everything. But why about my office as a doctor? What to make as a minister? Find a camera, no, you don't do that.
That's right.
You don't do that. And that is the aspect.
You're happy. But
apart from that, I think say, hey, Alaska nipa life na can once me. And again, what people are not getting, they say, who's the Oko teaching hospitals? You've made a decision. Say the CEOs must always be doctors.
Okay, abusuya wene ensema ekoso ewo political highway so Chief Justice Torkornoo and I just say asanso a file 28 new petitions against Onoa enye asam keto akra yebeda mase se moje pene kokoti za audio no edemai aha POG Media so medamase